Connecticut, of course, is on the verge of ending the death penalty in the state. We've got Jennifer Maloney joining us via Skype. Jennifer, where does Connecticut stand in this, and what's driving their move here to end the death penalty?
Connecticut's debate over the past several years has been overshadowed by a really gruesome murder of 3 members of the Pettit family. But proponents have been fighting for more than a decade to eliminate Connecticut's capital punishment program, which they say is flawed. It passed a key hurdle early Thursday morning, passing the Senate. The state legislature is scheduled to vote on it perhaps as early as next week, and the governor has pledged to sign it.
Jennifer, what's interesting about this is there's been a controversy given that there are 11 inmates still on death row, and this will not apply to them. They're actually going to continue on the same track. What drove this? This is obviously a very emotional issue for people, and there were lawmakers who were really concerned about letting some of these inmates off death row, right?
It is. This was a compromise that supporters of the bill say was necessary to get enough votes. Basically, the two men on death row who were responsible for this Connecticut murder in 2007 are among 11 people on death row. And under this compromise, the 11 people on death row would stay there, although many observers say that their attorneys, as soon as this bill is passed, would use it as legal leverage to try to get their sentences commuted.
Jennifer, do you have a sense of the national trend, whether American states are going more towards the death penalty or away from the death penalty, and does Connecticut signal one direction or another?
Observers say that, yes, the number of states with the death penalty has fallen in recent years. There seems to be a trend of states ending their death penalty laws. This would be the 17th state to abolish the death penalty. In recent years, New Jersey, New Mexico, and Illinois have voted to repeal their capital punishment laws.
And I wonder if this has had any effect on crime rates. You know, there's this debate in economics about whether the death penalty actually is a deterrent to crime or whether it's meaningless. Do you have a sense of that, or did you pick up any discussion of this in your reporting on the story?
You know, folks on both sides of this use different statistics and argue both sides. The proponents of death penalty abolition say there's no evidence that it is a deterrent. But what they do point to is the cost of implementing death penalty laws. So often the debate comes down to how much does it cost to run our current system, and how much could we save by adopting a different system.
Certainly a hot button issue all around the country. Jennifer Maloney, thank you for joining us this morning.